Today is the first day I can remember in a long time where I actually want to be inside. I recently told a friend of mine I think I'm like a dog because every time the word walk pops into my head, I'm like, walk, walk, outside. And I was thinking maybe I should go live in a cave or something and not ever have to be inside an actual house again, or a tent in the woods maybe. But I don't want to go outside today. And it's kind of welcome change to actually enjoy being inside my house. I think it's because the weather's changing. Anyway, um, what I really got on here to say was that, well, to talk about enlightenment again, because that's uh, that's what I make recordings about. And I just wanted to say that enlightenment is not that deep. That's a thought that's been coming to my mind. It's not really different from other things that I've said, um, but it's just a different way of putting it. I think I was thinking, what would I say if someone asked me if I was enlightened? And I think right now I would say I am, but it's not that deep. So don't don't blow it out of proportion. It's um it's it's just what is. I mean, that's all it is. It's a recognition of what is. It's a recognition of real reality. There's nothing special about it. It's that that knowing that you already have that isn't a knowing, and it's not a knowing because it's not something you can learn, because it's just what is. And it's hard to describe. It's hard to tell you something that you already know but you think you don't know. And when I listen to other people speak about it, it sounds so different to me now because it just sounds like someone talking about how wet water is. A couple of analogies that have popped into my mind. Uh, I was on this journey, I guess a 20-year journey, right? But really the past 3 years, especially, like really the main thing I was doing. And it's like I went down this path and then I went down that path and the other path. And, um, eventually I ran out of the energy to seek. I ran out of the ability to go down any other paths or any belief that anything can lead me any closer. I appreciated all the paths that I've been down. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't I wasn't reluctant to end seeking, especially because I had heard so much before that um, that exhausting the seeking energy is where you get there. So did have hope that that would be what happened. But yeah, it's like I got done with my journey. I never found anything I was looking for, and then I looked behind, and as soon as I turned behind to look back, there it all was. It was all right there. It had been there the whole time. Every time I had been seeking it, what I was really doing was walking away from it. Now, I never could have stopped seeking. I couldn't have. I looked at that. I looked at that as a possible path, and that was clearly an impossible path because that would have just been the path of trying to find no path. It didn't make sense. And in one of my written journals, I talked about how seeking enlightenment was my Sisyphusian task. It was my boulder. I could not stop rolling it up the hill, despite the fact that it kept falling back down. There was no way for me to stop it. And I just had to accept that that was what I was going to be doing until it stopped, until I wasn't doing it anymore. Another analogy that popped into my head today is like thinking of myself like a diver. Like I'm diving uh, deep, looking at all these crevices, looking at these unknown places, trying to find it. And eventually I have to come back up for air and come back up for air. And there it was on the surface the whole time. No need to dive. But yeah, it's not that deep. So if you can find a way to stop searching, which you can't, if you can find a way to stop diving, which you can't, but that can eventually happen. And uh, yeah, maybe it helps if you just know. I think it helped me that if you just know that um, if you're a seeker, you're a seeker. You can't be anything but that. But the seeking can end, um, and if it does, great. That's this. And if it doesn't, great. That's this too. So, yeah, again, whatever it is you're doing right now, that's the right thing. That's exactly what you should be doing. It's exactly perfect. It can't be any other way. So, yeah, keep doing what you're going to do. I encourage you to keep doing exactly what you're going to do because what you're going to do is exactly what you're going to do anyway. So, uh, maybe you can encourage yourself that way as well. You can you can will the sun to rise in the morning and you can will it to set in the evening because that's exactly what it's going to do. And then you can will yourself to do whatever it is you're going to do. Will yourself to eat the breakfast you just made yourself. Will yourself not to do that. Will yourself to get up and go do something. Will yourself to be stuck to the couch because nothing seems worthwhile. Will yourself to be happy. Will yourself to be sad. Really what it comes down to is everything is permitted. Everything is perfect. Everything is exactly as it should be. If you don't see it that way, that's perfect too. Will yourself to not see it that way.